Okay, guys, so today I'm going to talk about my first attempt at trying, the operative word is trying to go to a Spanish nightclub. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, dinner doesn't really start around here until 9 o'clock, normally around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, me and some friends decided that we were going to hit up a nightclub in the city because this is the perfect time to do it before we start teaching at our schools. So we decided to go to a place called Chueca, and Chueca doesn't really open up until 12 o'clock. Problem is, when we got to Chueca, one of my friends, Amanda, realized she didn't even have any type of ID on her, like no passport, no driver's license, nothing. So we're sitting there like, oh, what are we gonna do? Fortunately, we talked to a bouncer and he was like, well, you might be able to get away without having any idea. It really depends on the person at the front door. So he might ask for some, he might not. We decided, okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens once we get to the front. So we got towards the front of the line and we were like, how much does it cost for us to get in? Turns out we needed to have reservations that night because they had a private party going on. And without having reservations, it was going to cost us $25. Now, the thing is, our culture leader had already told us, hey, if you go out in the city, make sure never to pay more than $12 to enter a nightclub. So we're like, this is way too high. We're not paying that. But fortunately, we had heard about another place called Tupperware. So we're like, we're not going to call it quits. It's too early. We're going to go to Tupperware. So we walked about 25 minutes to Tupperware. But by this point, it's like 12:30, 12:45. We're exhausted because we're still not used to the time change. And from where we're from, it's only like 6 in the afternoon, and we're not really getting enough sleep. So we're exhausted. But Tupperware had this super long line, so we're like, oh, this has got to be the spot. Everybody is waiting, like, this place has to be amazing. So we're sitting in line, and we're behind a bunch of Spaniards, and they're just chugging away at beers, and we're like, whoa, I thought they don't drink a lot around here, but it turns out they don't power drink, which is their version of pre-gaming. They just go out in the middle of the night, drink as much beer as they want, and their clubs are open until 6, so they pretty much sober up as the night goes on. So we're in this line for 45 minutes, and we're like, oh, okay, we're almost there. This is going to be great. We get inside, and it turns out it's a bar. And not only is it a bar, it's a small bar that's playing old school American rock music, and we're like, are you serious? We've been waiting in line for 45 minutes for this. This cannot be happening. But we've already been waiting for over an hour to just go into a club, so we're like, well, we gotta make the best of the experience. So we decided to get a couple of shots, get a couple of mixed drinks, which drinks here in Spain are a lot cheaper than they are in the States. Like, to get 5 shots and 4 mixed drinks, it only costs about $24. So we're sitting in there and we're like, all right, we're going to make the best of this. Let's drink something. Let's try and vibe to the music, even though, like I said, it's old school rock music. So you got like Modest Mouse playing. I guess that's more alternative than old school, but because they didn't even play any Aerosmith, but it's like Modest Mouse. There's like Cake by the Ocean, and we're just like, no. So that was our first experience attempting to go to the club here in Spain.